realm before we begin.
Rapier fighters, defenders of the realm, masters, it is with great cheer and honor and gladness that I come to you today to elevate another of your members to the order as a master of defense.
We're excited to be here today. Thank you everybody for assembling. Those who were in Sorcel and followed me, you are released. But thank you for coming. We have a small piece of business and then we'll get down to it.
At this time, their majesties command the presence of all companions of the Argent Blade. There are those who have shown great prowess on the field of rapier combat over a span of years, and who know that victory without honor is empty. Such persons not only bring distinction to themselves, but also glory to the kingdom. Thus was created the Order of the Argent Blade, to recognize those whose skill at rapier combat is surpassed only by their courtesy and ability. This order bears with it a grant of arms and ranks equally in precedence with all other grant-bearing orders of Caid. Now, therefore, do their majesties call before them. Liveth Villa Organe!
Somebody get the Mela.
Yeah, guessing. Yeah. God, that's a scary trio.
Long time coming, well earned, all three of you. Getting to know you all these recent months has been a pleasure. Seeing you on the field is always a joy. Congratulations, honorable lords and ladies all. Congratulations.
For the newest companions of the Argent Blade! Hip hip!
Huzzah! Huzzah! Huzzah!
The order has His Majesty's permission to withdraw.
Their Majesties command the presence of all companions of the Order of Defense. It has long been recognized that there are certain warriors who are much deserving of high honor, not only by their skill at arms, but by their valor and noble behavior. For a kingdom is supported by three things: valor, art, and service. And without any one of these, the kingdom topples. Therefore was created the Order of Defense, to recognize those who, possessing all the other skills, virtues, and attributes appropriate to members of the peerage, shall have also distinguished themselves by outstanding achievement on the field of rapier combat. And the symbols of this order are three crossed rapiers, showing the camaraderie particular to their order and community, and a white livery collar, showing the fealty and duty they are required to accept. In this order ranks in precedence with the Order of Chivalry, the Order of the Laurel, the Order of the Pelican, and carries with it a patent of arms.
Majesty, is it your will to increase our order?
It is, so please bring the candidate forward. There you go.
Maestro Mora, would you be so kind as to accompany them and make sure they find their way back?
Your Majesties, your loyal subjects, donning this the Todde Mac Donnell, and with him the might of the Crimson Tower.
Your Majesties, Angus Le Todde Mac Donnell. Your Majesties, in token of his craft and in pledge of his continuing fealty, Angus Le Todde Mac Donnell here renders up to you the tokens of his prowess and study.
This is the sword of the Kingdom Champion, which it is my honor to carry for the 5th time. And this is a Shivona made by the hand of Master Riderick, with which I have much to learn and look forward to studying.
Angus Le Todde Mac Donnell, that the assembled court and community may know your worth, we would hear from a member of each of the orders.
We hear a companion of defense who will speak on behalf of this candidate.
I will speak on behalf of this candidate. I'm Yusef Ben Miguel, known in the society as Maestro Lot Ramirez. It is my honor to speak for Todde Mac Donnell. I could speak for hours upon his prowess upon the field, but it's fairly clear to those who watch how successful he is. And I could say that Todd and I have been at this for a very long time, and I have watched him grow from a young pup of a fighter into the man that he is today. However, there has never been a time in which I've known Todd that he wasn't that damn bastard that was about to hit me in the face. What I would like to note over the years that I have gotten to watch Todd is his growth as a fighter, not in his number of wins or the amount of enemies he has slain, but in his learning and care for the art in which we study. His willingness and ability always to change and grow and adapt and ask questions and learn, become the master that he truly is today, and share that knowledge with the others that come after him. This man is truly my peer, and it is my honor to have him in our order.
Is there a companion of the Pelican that will speak for this candidate?
I would speak. I am Paul Fitzdennis, companion of the Pelican. The Order of the Pelican is marked out for its special service, and it is on that I wish to speak of Todd, particularly his virtues of generosity and hospitality. How many of you have with you today something which Todd has made? The very first SCA-related thing that I attended was a workshop that Todd ran for newcomers to make belts, to make straps, to make something incredibly simple. And yet, even from the very beginning, he was encouraging us to make it beautiful. What Todd does through his generosity, he gives of his time, of his energy, of his goods, to make our society more beautiful. And beyond that, he opens his home, he gives of his time, and he makes people feel welcome. He creates community. How many of you here have been to Todd's house? Todd would point out that he is willing to do this, to open up to our Shire, in particular, the ability to have our craft nights and our council meetings there, because it allows him free childcare. But I would point out that the point of hospitality is not the cost that it has to the giver, but the effect that it has on the receiver. It is through Todd's generosity and his hospitality that he has served his Shire and his kingdom to a degree that I find worthy of recognition. And I am happy to see him recognized today as a peer.
Is there here a Knight of Caid who would speak on behalf of this candidate?
Oh, I will definitely speak on behalf of this candidate. I am Alexander Caidus, if you didn't know. Notorious. Infamy is still fummy. I first met Todd at an event where he had mightily one attorney. And when I say that, I don't mean he just won. I mean he won. It was a complete, unbelievable, crushing victory on his behalf. And I don't tell you that to brag of how good he is on the field. I tell you that because sweaty, pouring sweat off him, he came off the field, and my youngest son was so enamored with him, he asked him how he had done that. How had you done such amazing things? And he took the time to show my son the things that he had done. He taught him right there on the spot. And there was a youth rapier tourney about to happen, and he literally put that sword in my son's hand, and my son went and competed in that. Later, after that event, many years later, my older son met Todd, again, after he had just won a tourney, dripping with sweat, tired, and I said, this is my oldest son. And he then showed him some of the things that he had done in that tourney. Then when I became king, I sat with my lady, and she's like, I think I'm going to fight rapier. And I went, I got a guy. I know somebody that you can go to. And he taught my lady, gave her equipment, showed her how to fight on the field. He has literally taught my entire lineage of family how to fight rapier. What a wonderful testament. And I then watched him as king, watched him go to tourney, winning victory after victory. And I said, my God, why is he not a mod yet? And somebody went, he has no shoes on. I went, aha, exactly what I thought. So I decided it must be his prowess. So, for those of you who don't know, I started my SCA career as a rapier fighter back when they were called foil. 7 years I fought that. So I thought I knew what I was doing. So I got Todd, and I said, please, let us fight as king. We shall fight. And he stabbed me in the face. I did not like this. So I trained very, very hard. I joined this lovely rapier community. I went and got my own equipment because I didn't want to be stabbed in the face by Todd again. And the day they offered Todd his elevation, I went to him. I hope he remembers this, because I sure do. And I said, nuh-uh. You may have convinced them, but you need to fight me one more time because I've been trained. So what I have learned is this fine man, this great man, this incredible warrior, it is not that I give you my blessing for this. You are truly an epic warrior. But it is the fact, those days after fighting all day, dripping with sweat, unclean, that panting and huffing, that you stopped and saw my children who are enamored with what you did, and you took the time to still say, I'm tired, I'm exhausted, but you know what? This is what I do, this is what I love. And you showed my children how to do that as well. It's a pleasure yours. The pleasure truly is mine. So, I, for one, am so looking forward to calling you Mod Todd. My household and I have been practicing for months. We're all very excited. You absolutely have my blessing. Your Majesty, a finer candidate you could not choose.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
Is there a companion of the laurel who will speak on behalf of this candidate?
That would be me.
He who needs no introduction.
I'm Sir Charles of Dublin, and I've known Todd a very long time, and it was such a delight to see him come up. There are some people that you watch, and you're okay with them coming up. You're a little excited, but he's one of the few that got me very excited to see him as he developed. He's an incredible storyteller and leather worker. He does shoemaking. The very fact that so many of you raised your hands when you were the recipients of what he had done should tell you something, and I think that speaks for itself. He has all the well-roundedness that we're looking for in a peer, and everything that that you did want in Master of Defense.
Is there here a companion of the Rose who will speak on behalf of this candidate?
I will speak on behalf of this candidate. Didn't think I made it, did you? My name is Batista de Goya de Lagos. I'm a Lady of the Rose, but I'm also a white scarf, which makes me a uniquely qualified person to talk on Todd's behalf. I have been... Yes, those of you who know me know I'm not going to get through this without talking. I've known Todd for 20 plus years. And in that time, I've talked for Todd. I've talked about Todd. Sometimes I've had to talk to Todd. But that's okay, because I've always known that one day Todd was going to be a peer. I just had no idea it was going to take so damn long. You were never officially my student, but you were sometimes my problem. But I saw things in you that I don't think everyone else saw. Where some people said you were stubborn, I saw passion. Where some people said you were cocky, I saw confidence. You rose to every challenge that was put in front of you. You always managed somehow to play the game the way you wanted to play it. You never let anyone else dictate to you how you should play. And in that, I saw leadership. I've always seen more than just a Disney prince with hobbit feet. I was very lucky to call you a rogue. I was very happy and proud to call you a white scarf. I have been extremely honored to call you a friend. And now someone stole my joke, but I'm happy as hell to call you Montage.
Angus Todde Mac Donnell, right mindful of your achievement and service to our realm, and responsive to the wishes of your peers, we are minded to create you a Master of Defense. Will you accept from us this honor and the badge of your achievement, and will you swear fealty to this, our crown and realm?
I will do both, Your Majesty.
Will you, to the best of your ability, continue your quest for honor and skill, as you most assuredly have until now, as benefits a nobleman, and train any dependents you may have to likewise, so far as within your powers?
I will do both, Your Majesty.
Let the scroll be read.
So kind as to show this. The text is tiny, please forgive me. Hand of Valeria Gabriele. Valric and Drada, the King and Queen of Caid, with Mary Trineth Beth Walter, Crescent Principal Herald of Caid. To all dukes and duchesses, counts and countesses, barons and baronesses, lords and ladies, to all peers of the realm, artisans, seneschals, and stewards, and further to all dons and donias, argent blades, and duelists. To the dreaded by, swashbucklers, horsemen, rogues, roustabouts, and other such ne'er-do-wells. Forasmuch as our valued and faithful subject, Angus Todde Mac Donnell, has done in his service to the rapier community, in his attention to its growth and joy, in his leadership of others, and in his undeniable prowess on the field, and furthermore, in his outstanding exemplification of the virtues of gallantry, artistry, chivalry, service, and grace, and most importantly still, the good he has done in his furthering of our society's common dream. Know ye that what we by these letters patent create, advance, and prefer the aforesaid Angus Todde Mac Donnell to to the rank, estate, style, title, and degree of a Master of Defense, with all rights, responsibilities, privileges, insignia, and precedents thereto are pertaining, to be in all places and things accounted a peer in our realm, having and holding of us and our successor kings and queens of Caid freely and quietly, without let or hindrance by any person whatsoever. Wherefore, we will and firmly direct that he set an example of courteous conduct on and off the field of honor, in and out of the frenzy of war, and exemplify other virtues known to be chivalric, to show through his actions the clear meaning of humility, justice, wisdom, courage, self-sacrifice, and valor, to enrich the community with romance, panache, chaos, swagger, shenanigans, and hijinks, to foster a balance between the duties of rank and the pleasures of hedonism, that he be gracefully and generously giving of his time and knowledge so that he may teach and inspire others to follow in that path of virtue. He is charged in fealty to respect and uphold the crown, to protect the kingdom, using necessary means to guard the realm equally against its enemies and its stagnation, to defend and enhance the renown of those he loves, but also to do honor of those gracious nobles who belong in the Order of the Rose, belong to the Order of the Rose, and as a Master of Defense charged to defend, sustain, promote, and care for the art of defense with equal measures of innovation and irreverence, to further enrich the kingdom by sharing his skills, energy, and boundless joy, and finally, not quite to advise the crown on the advancement of worthy candidates for the Order of Defense, keeping in mind the needs of kingdom and community. And whereas from the earliest days the valiant and virtuous acts of worthy persons have been commended to the world with sundry emblems of excellence, which the premier has been the patent of arms, and which continues somehow thus to this day, therefore does Mary Gwalter, Crescent Principal Herald of Caid, confirm that Angus Don Todde Mac Donnell is entitled to bear ensign's armorial, to wit, Perben Sinister engrailed argent and azure, 3 sprigs of 3 cherries proper, and a comet, Benwise Sinister inverted argent. We do further gift and grant the aforesaid the privilege of displaying in whole or in part the achievement proper to his rank. A silver helm and mantling azure double argent with the white livery color of his order surrounding the shield. If anybody in the variety of later ministers, from the levity of princes, the verbosity of opponents, the efforts of the fraudulent, the violence of the rapacious, the ineptitudes of the inebriated, or the pomposities of masters, should attempt to obstruct our royal will as above stated, they will be disproved by the sight and hearing of this present charter, bearing the ensign's manual and the great seal of state, given and granted on the battlefield of Potrero War in our barony of Calafia on May the 28th. Honest Societatis 57. Witnesseth Duke Alexander Hostilius of Caid on behalf of the Order of Chivalry, Countess Bautista de Lagos on behalf of the Order of the Rose, Sir Charles of Dublin on behalf of the Order of the Laurel, Master Ottavio Corsi as the Master of Ceremonies, Master Lot Ramirez on behalf of the Order of Defense, and Master Paul Fitzdennis on behalf of the Order of the Pelican.
Master Tyndall. There is a history.
I know him very well.
This collar of rank.
This collar was given to me at my elevation. It was handed down to me from Alexander Kaladokos. It'd be my honor if I could pass this.
Absolutely, Master Tyndall. It will be an honor to yourself and to Master Todd. Todd, take from our hands this collar in token of your achievement and our esteem as a reminder of the fealty you are about to swear.
And the cloak, please. As this cloak folds you in war, so does the order enfold you in camaraderie.
With what sword do you wish to be dubbed?
I would like to be dubbed with the sword of my lady, Master Mora Tavius Tadera.
Please bring the sword forward. Henceforth be Master Angus Todde Mac Donnell in this our realm.
On what sword would you swear fealty this day?
I would swear fealty on the sword of Giovanna Igorevna.
Todd, do you affirm that? You shall fortify and defend this realm to the uttermost of your powers. You shall be loyal and true to your sovereign lord and lady their majesties, and to all orders of defense, and to the noble office of arms. That you shall fortify and defend justice at your power, and with that without favor or feed. You shall never fly from your sovereign lord the king's majesty, nor from his highness lieutenants in time of melee or battle, without you return forthwith, having routed the foes of the crown. You shall defend your native realm from all aliens or strangers by schooling them that they become as natives. You shall defend the just occupation and quarrel of all those in need, of all the true and friendless widowed, of orphans, and of bairns of good fame. You shall do diligence wheresoever you hear that there are any murderers, traitors, or masterful reavers, that oppresseth the crown's lieges and poor people, to bring them to the law at your power. You shall maintain and uphold the noble estate of defense and chivalry, with arms, harness, and other such habiliments, and shall help and succor them of the same orders if they have need. You shall inquire and seek to have the knowledge and understanding of all the articles and points containing in the books of defense. All these premises to keep, observe, and faithful oblige thee by thine own hand.
I so affirm these terms.
Then place your hands on the neck.
Here do I swear by mouth and hand, fealty and service to the crown and kingdom of Caid, to speak and be silent, to do and to let be, to come and to go, to strike and to defend, to learn and to teach, in such matters as concern this realm, in need or in plenty, in peace or in war, in living or in dying, until the crown departs their thrones, or death take me, or the world end. So swear I, Todde Mac Donnell.
And
this we do here, Master Todde, and we, for our part, swear fealty to you and all of your household, to protect and defend you against every creature with all our power, until we depart from the throne, or death take us, or the world end.
So say we, Valric, King of Caid.
So say we, Drada, Queen of Caid. We, Valric and Drada, King and Queen of Caid, charge and command you, Master Angus Todde, to protect always this realm of Caid, and to defend, sustain, and promote the art of defense. And so charging and commanding, we challenge you to take up your duty as Master of Defense. Let the call to defend Caid never go unanswered. So have these stones gone through the river and been smoothed over time. So have you honed your skills. And since our assembled masters of defense have bounty to add to this
I represent many of the north. So a large rock.
I only represent myself.
Laura, would you care to add? All right, that sounds pretty good. Master Todde, look upon these people. And let this be the last unanswered blow in the kingdom.
Master Todd. Congratulations, Master Todd. Go now to your peers.
Yeah, I should have buttoned it. That was